morning. This is Trie, and this is Morning Mind Dump. Good morning, my beautiful, radiant souls. Welcome to Morning Mind Dump with Trie. Today I want to talk about love and how past hurts can impact our journey to unconditional love. So grab your beverage and let's explore our emotions together this morning. Yes, the elixir of clarity. Let's talk about the shadow that sometimes follows love, past heartbreak. Imagine you've loved deeply before. Perhaps the loss was through death or betrayal. Your heart remembers that pain, that ache. And your mind whispers cautionary tales. It's like standing on the edge of a cliff, afraid to leap again. You start overthinking every relationship. Like, is this gonna happen again? You know, the trauma. But, here's the kicker. Past hurts can cast a very, very, very long shadow on our present and future relationships. And when we experience the loss of a loved one or the betrayal of trust of our partner, our inner defenses go on friggin' high alert. And then we potentially self-sabotage our relationships going forward. You know, the ego steps in. It's like, protect yourself. Don't get hurt again. Love isn't risk. Love is a risk. Like, don't take it. Don't do it. I protected myself for the past 4 years. Actually, I feel like I protected myself. I've learned to protect myself, or try to protect myself in all my relationships. My mom was a single mom, and she was married for a year. She had one relationship. I remember growing up, my mom had a couple boyfriends, but nobody that really lasted. So I grew up, I was taught, guard your heart. And to be independent, like my mom. And, like, I don't need a guy. But I, as a female, I long for that. As a person, we long to have somebody that we can share our life with, So it's like, why does this fear of fraud, to be deceived or to let down again, why do we have like PSD? Why do we let that creep into our pursuit for love? Because when we were hurt before, we let our trust muscles get out there. They get sore. We question people's intentions. We scrutinize their actions. And sometimes we even hesitate to fully open our hearts. And I know I've done that, and I'm aware. I am aware. Those aren't healthy boundaries. I mean, you gotta open your heart. You gotta let people in. You can't compare them to your past relationships or circumstances. Every relationship is its own, and I have to guard my heart. I think that's a bunch of bull. Well, I know that is because by guarding my heart, I'm not being open to let people in, right? But I only know this because I've been really trying to figure out who I am. In this past year, my focus has been on myself and knowing what I like as a person. It's going to help me be a better person with a partner. And that's the truth bomb, Every love story is unique. And just because one chapter ended in heartbreak doesn't mean that every single chapter in every relationship is going to end you don't have to close your whole book and lock it up and throw away the key. When we let fear of fraud guide us, we cheat ourselves out of the possibility of experiencing deep, transformative love. And I believe that that's what's happening right now in my experience. The fear of getting hurt, deeply getting hurt, and feeling emotions and being vulnerable. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to open up to somebody else. But I've realized that I had to learn to be able to do that for myself. I have to be vulnerable for myself as well. So my dear listeners, here's your challenge. Acknowledge your past hurts, but don't let them define your present or your future. Try to heal your heart with compassion and understanding. Recognize that loving again isn't about erasing the past. It's about writing a new chapter, one filled with resilience and hope. The journey to unconditional love requires courage. It means embracing vulnerability, forgiving past hurts, and believing in the power of love to heal and transform. And I know I can be vulnerable. I know I've been in situations. I've been vulnerable and got hurt. But just because I got hurt, opening up doesn't mean that I'm not going to try again. Because I was vulnerable. I opened up. I told somebody that I liked them. Well, I was rejected. And they said we would never have a romantic relationship. And this was, I don't know, over a year ago. I kind of laughed. I kind of laughed before I was upset that somebody said that, because they didn't even know me. And they still don't know me because they choose not to get to know me. And that's okay. I mean, it's taken me a while to be okay with that. Because it did hurt. It did hurt that they said that but I don't believe, never say never, right? Especially to a Sagittarius, because we don't give up very easy. I think that's why I laughed. I was like, yeah, right, we'll see. Then I had made it my mission. No, I didn't. Actually, after this person said that, I really, reflected hard on myself and getting comfortable with myself and loving myself. Yeah, ego is tricky, and I think this is why I want to talk about it for the rest of the week. Maybe give examples, and I mean, we let our ego get in our way, and we could be happy. We could potentially be happy, letting our ego go, and stop overthinking. And just be present. It's like, how do you know something's not going to work if you don't try it? If it doesn't work, all right, you learn a lesson. Move on. Right? That's the typical relationship. Excuse me. Anyway, that's my dump this morning. Keep nurturing your heart, because that's what I'm doing. Keep embracing the journey of love. And above all, keep believing in the beauty of second chances. Because you could just be happy. You might just really be happy. And that is like a crazy thing, right? Like, wow, like, until next time, this is Trie signing off. Stay brave, stay compassionate, and keep your heart wide open, baby. I love you. Big hugs, much love. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the Morning Mind Dump. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that subscribe button, share with your friends, and leave a review. Let's keep spreading positive vibes to all. Much love, big hugs. Bye-bye. Hey friends, this is my disclaimer. Everything here is solely my personal opinion and perspective. They are not intended to influence or sway anyone from their own beliefs, ideologies, or convictions. It's important to recognize and respect the diversity of thought and individual viewpoints that exist within our community. I encourage critical thinking and independent judgment when engaging with the content provided. So, any information shared is based on my own understanding and should not be considered as professional advice or guidance. Listener discretion is advised. Thank you.